Now, a street busker who credits the late David Bowie with getting him hooked on music as a child has released a tribute to the late star. Marvin B. Naylor has drawn on his memories as a lifelong fan for the song Human God. And before we hear from the man himself, let's take a little listen to the track.
In the corner of the morning, as Hermione read weeping, I awoke from an occasional dream. All the mad men were sane, and the strange were in their special dome, and President Joe was feeling low. John, there's something wrong. The wild-eyed boy's away too long. Somebody up there likes him, that's for sure.
Marvin B. Naylor with Human God there. And pleased to say the musician joins us on the sofa this lunchtime. Marvin, welcome to London Live News.
Thank you. Thank you.
A song visually and audibly that definitely has a Bowie influence in it. When and how did you become such a huge fan?
It was in July 1973 when I was a mere 11 years old, and I saw David Bowie on Top of the Pops on a Thursday night, and it was when they re-released Life on Mars, which was from a couple of years earlier than that, and Life on Mars got up to number 3, and in the video that they showed with Life on Mars, it was a backstage footage thing of him getting ready for a concert in all his sort of Ziggy Stardust regalia, and he was putting a lot of makeup on himself, and he was having people put his boots on and his sort of outrageous costumes on for him, and it was pretty mind-blowing actually, and it was I'd never seen anything like that before. I can't actually remember any earlier musical memory, and I thought the song was brilliant. I mean, apart from the visual aspect of it all, but it was confusing because he had a man's name, but he looked like a woman, and it was it really was mind-blowing for someone, especially 11 years old.
So something that really stuck out in your mind.
Yeah.
In the direct aftermath of Bowie's death, there was a huge outpouring of musical arts, theatre in his honour. 20 months on, why did you decide to release this song now?
Well, after he did die in January last year, I did, a lot of people did tributes, like they did Space Oddity, they did versions of Space Oddity, and they're all on YouTube and everything, and in fact I did my own version of Space Oddity on my 12-string guitar, and I thought, there's thousands of these, and there must be hundreds, and there must be, say, even thousands of them. I thought, I've got to do something a bit more original. So I wrote a song, and all the lyrics, I used a kind of cut-up technique, which he used, which he got from William S. Burroughs, the American poet, author, where you kind of write something down, sentence down, and then you cut it up into 2 or 3 bits, and you kind of, bits of paper, or you rearrange it, and you might come up with something different than what you originally had. So I used that technique, which I think he would have approved of. And it was more of a personal technique, I think, and that's how the whole lyric of the song is constructed.
Did you ever meet the man himself?
No, I didn't. No.
The album, this song rather, is part of an album that you've released, and has led to quite a big support online from Bowie fans, hasn't it? Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, it's the song "Human God" from that video is one of the songs from the album. The album's called "The Spiral Sky." And it's on my website, marvinbnaylor.com, if I can say that. And there is quite a varied selection on it. There's an orchestral piece, there's Human God, which is possibly the most commercial sounding one on it, but there's many other things on the album as well that people might like.
Indeed, for joining us to tell us about it, and good luck with the album.
No, thank you very much, thank you.
Right, we're heading for a short break now, but still to come.